Hi, my name is Calton Duckworth, and this video is for Counseling 501 in LU Online, um, the class in Professional Ethics. And for this assignment, I was told to find a informed consent form from a counselor in my state, and my state is Virginia. So I found one um, by a counselor named Jack C. Childers. He has a really thorough website that has a lot of comprehensive information. It's a really well done website, um, and he has a informed consent form on his website that I looked over and reviewed as part of the instructions. Part of the instructions for that was to compare it to the ACA Code of Ethics and their expectations for an informed consent. So, with that, I was a bit surprised when I looked that up because the ACA Code of Ethics for informed consent is very brief, and um, it is so much briefer than what this particular counselor for my state actually gave. The instructions in the ACA Code of Ethics says clients have the freedom to whether they enter into or remain in a counseling relationship and need adequate information about the counseling process and the counselor. Counselors have an obligation to review in writing and verbally with their clients the rights and responsibilities both counselors and clients have. Informed consent is an ongoing part of the counseling process, and the counselors appropriately document discussions on informed consent throughout the counseling relationship. So, this the way that is described is it doesn't say it explicitly has to be in the first session. It doesn't say it explicitly has to be before the first session, but that seems to be the common practice. Um, that I didn't expect it to have that flexibility in the ACA Code of Ethics. But it does say it has to be explicitly verbal and written, uh, in writing and verbally reviewed. And it says it has to go over a few things, but in the case of the man I found, Jack C. Childers, it's way more than just a few things. He has a section on introducing himself, his position on medications, his position on ethics. They're all very brief, but a lot of subheadings here. Fees and payments, confidentiality, which is that's a very long section there. Scheduling, canceling appointments and missed appointments, contacting me, emergencies, counseling records, risks and benefits of counseling, risk of courtroom testifying, the counseling relationship in general, quick little paragraph right there. What to expect in counseling with me, how to maximize your benefit from counseling, a long bulleted list there. How do I know if you are the right counselor for me? Ending counseling. So that was 17 subheadings on his page. No one of those I think was explicitly dictated by the ACA Code of Ethics. Um, Maybe one or two of them were. Just try to check there. Um, Now, I was also required to check with the Virginia Board of Counseling, and I had some kind of issues with my internet, so I was kind of unable to double check that. Some of those might be explicitly required in my state. Not sure. But my impression from that is that this counselor, Jack C. Childers, that he's kind of going above and beyond. He's being very professional with this. Before you even enter the session, you have the ability to read through this, and if you do, you're going to be very, very informed about what you're getting into. If I were to read every word through there, this would be a 20-minute video. So I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. I was surprised and kind of impressed by just how much this individual, this counselor, put forward. So I'm gonna, let that kind of inform me for what my future will look like. That this is it seems it's a big deal to this man, so I'm gonna assume it should be a big deal to myself also. It's part of the professionalism of being a professional counselor. So I learned a bit from this experience. I liked it. Um, look forward to learning more.